And we're back. I'm playing Paradox Academy. Elliot's playing 5-color lo-fi beaters to beat Jim to or something.
Beat Jim's ass to.
Oh, right. Yeah, and that intro was actually generously provided to us, not us directly, but provided to us by Living Cards. So Living Cards on Twitter just opened up their library of cool animated card arts, and that's one of them. So we had already been using the Ponder art for quite a while. Shout out to Dan. Dan Scott.
Dan Scott, Ponder art.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Palmer, Living Cards, animation.
Yeah. So I'm going to 5. Learn Hulk. Interesting. Did you know that I have a Protein Hulk that I bought and have never cast?
That sounds like you.
I've reanimated it in Marin, but that's not really very good. But
I'm putting this one on the bottom, and I'm keeping the rest of these.
I'm going to 5. Where does the riff come from? That's a royalty-free music. It comes from purpleplanet.com. That's where we get our music for our gameplay videos. Okay, so I'm going to 5. And I think I got to keep this one.
We didn't, we did the thing again where we didn't roll yet.
Oh, yeah, right. I rolled a 9.
Oh, must be nice. Oh, I rolled a 7, so I guess you can go first.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna pitch these two to the bottom. Quad Kappa, how you doing? We're doing great today. Gonna warm up in Winnipeg tomorrow.
How many goblins can I fit in a Hulk?
Am I going first?
Yeah, I rolled a 7.
Okay, I'm gonna play a breeding pool tapped and pass the turn.
I'm gonna draw. I need something that makes some interesting colors of mana in order to make this hand work. I'm going to play this Bayou. And I'm going to cast this Wild Macattle.
Yep, you got a Wild Macattle.
It's just a 1/1.
Yep.
Pass the turn. It's just a little creature.
Draw card. Oh, wow. Did we do it?
Uh-oh.
I think we did it, chat. I'm going to play this Mishra's Workshop that I totally didn't just top deck.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm going to cast
a likely story.
A Hedron Archive.
Ooh,
and then I'm going to tap the Hedron Archive to cast a Talisman of Dominance.
Jesus.
And I'll pass the turn. Lunchlander is the game of champions.
I'll draw.
I was super lukewarm on this format until we had this idea for this 1v1 series. And now I'm like really into it.
Are you ready for like the craziest interaction?
Yeah.
With this card that I'm about to do? I'm actually like really excited for this. It's like super modest compared to what you just did, but I think this is sweet. So I'm gonna play this Misty. I'm gonna play this Misty Rainforest, and I'm gonna fetch.
I was getting some card glare. I had to turn off the overhead light. Yeah, so do it. You got a Volk?
Yeah, I'm gonna get a Volk, and then I'm just gonna do it now. But I'm gonna add a green and a red, and I'm gonna cast this Atarka's Command.
Yep.
I'm gonna deal 3 to you and put a land card from my hand onto the battlefield.
Yep.
It's gonna be this Marsh Flats. And I'm going to crack this Marsh Flats to find something that is a plains and then attack you for 3.
Me for 3, yeah. Someone throw together Death and Taxes. I would also be super into play Death and Taxes. Maybe that's what I should be looking into. Lunchlander, Dracos.
White something, obviously. Maybe just the first thing that I find that is white and something else. Who knows?
Who's to say?
Ooh, Plateau? I think it should be green. I think it should be white and green. Savannah. Okay.
Jim, do I want black,
Oh.
white, red, white, or mono white taxes? Probably black, white, right? But red, white could be sweet. But probably black, white. My box of iconic masters arrived today. Goodies include following Kikijiki, Saracen, Bloodghast, Obnix, Silas, Ether Vial, Vorinclex, Horizon Canopy, and Manadrain. That was a hell of a box.
Whoa. Is Canopy still like more expensive than it should be?
I don't know. It might be 20 or 30 bucks. I might just be pulling that number out of my ass, but Manadrain is a nice one. I have a box of Misty Boosties in the cabinet right now, and I'm probably going to do an unboxing this weekend. I'm hoping that it's as good as my last box.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the Savannah is
the
supposed to be
Savannah
tapped.
does not need to be tapped. That is a good point. I can't do anything with it though.
Okay.
So I will pass the turn.
I'll untap. I'm going to draw.
Trilemma uses face to face. Trilemma, if you don't mind us doxing you a little bit, where are you? Are you Canadian?
I'm going to play the Spire of Industry.
You got Aspire. Montreal. That would be why you use face to face.
Yeah, it would make sense.
Very cool.
Gonna cast a Trinket Mage. Blood Feud. Sam, how you doing? You want to play some casual Magic with us tonight, Sam? Chase is going to be on our channel tonight playing some casual Magic in about 4 hours, probably. If you're free, we'd love to have you on. Sam's one of the Sarah's Angels, by the way. Yeah? Okay. Ooh. Then plan for 4 p.m. Central Time. That's in about 3 hours and 45 minutes.
Cool.
Okay, Trinket Mage.
Yeah. Move your Trinket Mage down a little bit. His head's cut off.
Poor Trinket Mage. He was
so
young.
His bigger counterpart there.
What do I want to get? I never know what to get with Trinket Mage in this deck because it doesn't run like all the good mana. It runs a lot of bad mana.
Like Black Lotus. That's what I get with my Trinket Mages. It's like Canadian Highlander.
Probably just Mox Opal, but maybe it's Soul Ring. I think it's probably Soul Ring.
Yeah, I mean, I have a hard time thinking it's not Soul Ring, but
yeah, I mean, Mox Opal's really good, especially if I want to crack this Hedron Archive for cards because I only have 1 card in hand.
You could get Top as well.
I could get Top. I could get Candelabra. I could get.
Oh Jesus! Expedition Map for Academy. Wow, there's so many hits in this deck. What are you complaining about?
Voltaic Key is another good one. Yeah, it's maybe Expedition Map, actually. I think that's the correct play. If I can find it. How's everybody's day going? What's everybody having for lunch?
I don't know what I'm having for lunch. What's for lunch? Ooh.
You figure it out. She's too good for you.
What are you gonna make me for lunch?
What am I gonna make you for lunch? That's a good question.
Tortellini
what am I gonna make you
is
for
nice.
lunch?
Fresh turkey salad.
Free
mac and cheese.
Bows. I could make mac and cheese.
Roast beef from a local place. Probably a sandwich. I had leftover chili. I'm real happy about it. This chili turned out so well. It's like actually really
Starburst. Does that count?
Of course it counts.
It's a very well balanced meal.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to get this Expedition Map. I am going to tap the Mishra's Workshop to cast it. And then if you have no responses, I'm going to activate it.
Yep, I have no effects. You can use Workshop to activate abilities.
No, I can't.
Artifacts?
No, I can't. That's a good point, though. Yeah, I guess I'll activate it with Hedron Archive. I have 2 floating. 2 artifact mana floating, specifically.
2 artifact mana. G count 2. What was the first one?
Maybe we just start at 2 now.
We just start. The baseline is having already cheated.
I'm gonna get card.
Oh,
Is she?
It's a good
It's not
card.
cheating out 2 yet, I don't think. Maybe the Savannah
shouldn't be.
entering tapped. Not rolling
one for
beforehand.
each mana.
One for each mana is nice. It's like taking mana burn, but it's cheat burn. Yeah, we didn't roll beforehand. That is true.
Yeah, but
But we're not
never do,
playing a
do
tournament, so the MTR doesn't govern our behavior.
we? Ooh.
Okay, Tolarian Academy to hand. I'm going to use the 2 floating artifact mana to cast Everflowing Chalice X equals 1.
Wow, strong.
And then I'll pass the turn.
I will untap. I will draw. I'm gonna go to combat.
Yep.
I'm gonna donk you for 3.
Block.
Yep. I'm going to cast this sleight of hand.
Yep.
Look, top 2.
Is Ikoria alive right now? Like on Arena?
I think it's like VIPs only.
That was
or
yesterday.
Maybe it is live today.
That was for sure
Oh, yeah,
yesterday.
no, live today.
I was watching. Who was
I'm gonna put
everybody
this in
watching
my hand.
yesterday?
And this on the bottom.
Did anybody watch the live? Like the pre early access release event. Wheeler, Ben Stark. Yeah, I was watching Pixie Kitten yesterday, and I watched my buddy Sean. He was who we rated after. Oh, Tappy's a good one, yeah. Tappy's always entertaining to watch.
I'm gonna pay a green and 1 and exile these 4 cards from my graveyard to cast an ape, a hoot
Yep.
hoot.
Yeah, you got a hooting mandrels.
And I will pass the turn.
Okay, we got to do something here, chat. We got to do
Well,
something.
I mean, not really. It's a 2-turn clock.
Okay.
I'm attacking for 7 next turn.
Yeah, I know.
You're at 14. You're
Don't
fine.
Talk to me. I'm going to tap the Talisman of Dominance for a colorless and the Everflowing Chalice for a colorless and sack the Hedron Archive to draw 2 cards.
Okay.
I'm going to play a... I should have done this first, but I'm going to play a Tolarian Academy as my land for turn. It currently taps for 2. I'm going to tap the Mishra's Workshop for 3 and play a Worn Power Stone.
Yuppa-duppa.
That comes into play tapped. And then I'm going to tap the Tolarian Academy for 1, 2, 3 and cast Talisman of Unity with 1 floating. And I'll pass the turn.
Alrighty. I'll untap. I'll draw. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'll move to combat.
Yep.
I'll attack you for 7.
No blocks.
Alrighty, take 7. I think it might literally be all of the talismans,
Yeah, I'm
Ostrich.
pretty sure it is.
I'm going to play this City of Grass. And I'm just going to pass the turn.
Yep. I'll untap. Okay. Jim, can I move the mana rocks away from the lands? Yeah, I can do that. Okay. So I drew my card. Did we do it, chat? This is super interesting. I think... Oh, have we done it? I don't know. We've got 7 power worth of creatures on board. How many cards do you have in hand?
3.
You have 3 cards in hand. You didn't cast anything on your turn. Well, let's just do it. Ugh. Not great. 2 colorless. And a blue off of the breeding pool. Actually, hang on. I'm going to play this Ancient Den as my land for turn. I'm going to tap it to add a white.
Alrighty.
Then I'm going to tap for a blue and 2 colorless and cast Tinker, sacrificing the Ancient Den.
Ooh. Yeah, that seems bad for me.
I'm hoping so, but like Blightsteel's not good enough, right? Because if you attack in, I take, say, 3. And then I can't attack you. Well, I guess you could block. Maybe Blightsteel's good enough. Depends on whether you have another creature, though. Because I think if you have another creature, I'm just dead. Maybe.
Maybe.
I think I'm going to go... I think this is a higher percentage play, because I'm really nervous about this 3rd creature.
It needs to have haste. Or I need to flash it or something.
Yeah.
But I do have 4 mana open.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to get Memory Jar.
Ooh. Memory
I have
jar.
a billion mana, so I'm just hoping maybe we can storm off here.
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't know. Blightsteel beat Blightsteel. Yeah, it's true. I'm just not confident in the odds here. I'm probably wrong. Let me know in chat if I'm wrong. Elliot, you want to put up a poll?
Is Jim wrong?
Okay, so I have 0 cards in hand. I'm going to activate Memory Jar.
Yep. I will put these 3 aside and draw 7. Oh. None of these have flash or are instant speed spells. It might still be Blightsteel. I think that might have been what Ranger Elm was trying to go for.
Yeah. I'm going to tap the Mishra's Workshop. I'm going to cast an Azorius Signet. And the Mana Vault.
Holy. Just turned 3 mana into 4 mana. No big deal.
And I'm going to tap 3 colorless to cast a Temple Bell. Then, Temple Bell. Then I'm going to ring the Temple Bell.
I will draw a card that will be discarded.
Then I'm going to tap the Spire of Industry for a red, dealing myself a damage.
Ooh, doing it for me.
Yep. Tap the Mana Vault for 3 colorless. So I've got 1 white and 1 colorless floating. I'm going to spend the red and 2 colorless to cast Wheel of Fortune.
Oh gosh. Okay. I am discarding Quirion Dryad, Voice of Resurgence, Mantis Rider, Tarmogoyf, Gitaxian Probe, and 3 lands.
Interesting. I'm discarding Vault of Whispers, Volcanic Island, Yavimaya Coast, and Inventor's Fair. Hey Charlotte, how you doing?
So now I have a question.
Yeah.
Does this hand that we just drew off of Wheel of Fortune still get discarded at end of turn because of Memory Jar? Yeah.
Yes.
Hey. Wow,
at end of turn, each player discards his or her hand and returns original cards. Okay, I think we got there, chat.
Uh-oh.
Doing some math. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry, put my mana rocks up here. I've got 7, so the Tolarian Academy taps for 7.
Mm-hmm.
I have played my land drop for turn because that was the white artifact land.
The what? The white artifact land?
Yeah, Ancient Den. I sacked it to
Oh
Tinker.
yeah, when you tinkered, yes.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay. So I can tap the Tolarian Academy for 7. And that's just barely... Oh, wait, this is 8. And I have some mana floating. This is super interesting. Okay, so I'm going to tap the Tolarian Academy for 7 blue.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where my blue die is, so we'll use this black one. This is blue, I promise.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to spend 3 blue, going down to 4 blue floating, as well as 1 colorless, 1 white, and 3 more blue to cast Whir of Invention, X equals 5.
Jesus. I don't think I have any effects,
Okay.
but I maybe just have to do this. I'm gonna try to force spike, I guess.
Yes. So in response, I'm going to use my blue, filter it into a blue and a white,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll pay the white.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, that is what I have.
You can hear the engine in the distance. Everybody in chat, start your engines.
Room.
Okay. So, Whir is not a permanent. I'm going to spend my floating blue and cast Brainstorm, trigger Paradox Engine.
Yep, that's pretty good.
Untap all these artifacty boys. And resolve my Brainstorm. Draw 3.
Please do.
Okay. So, I got to float some stuff now. 2 colorless, 5 colorless, 7 colorless, 8 colorless. This will be 7 colorless, a blue and a white.
Uh-huh.
Where did all my D20s go?
I don't know. I didn't touch them.
So we'll use 7 colorless, a blue and a white.
You can also tap the Temple Bell if you'd like, right?
I don't know that I want to.
That is fair.
Okay. I'm going to spend 2 colorless and cast Dimmer Signet, trigger Paradox Engine.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm going to go with 6 colorless, 2 blue, a white, and a black.
Mm-hmm.
6 colorless, 2 blue, a white, a black. To cast Cold Steel Heart, trigger Paradox Engine. Oops.
Yep.
I'll go 6 colorless, a blue, 2 blue, a black, and a white. Bring me up to 17. 5, 2, and 2. And I'm not going to draw this out. I'm going to spend 15 to cast Emrakul.
Oof.
Oh, yeah, 2 back from Brainstorm. It literally doesn't matter. Cheat count 3, but Emrakul.
Emrakul.
That brings me down to 2 colorless floating. Trigger Paradox Engine.
Yep.
Okay. Um, I'm going to, if that resolves.
It most certainly does. It cannot be countered.
Yes. So with the Cold Steel Heart, I guess I named blue. Doesn't matter. So it's going to be 1 plus 5 is 6, 7, 8. So we're going to go with 6 colorless, 3 blue, a white, and a black. 6 colorless, 3 blue, a white, and a black. I'm going to spend 3 colorless to cast Rings of Bright Hearth.
Oy. Yeah.
And that brings me down to... Wait, did I already pay for that?
I don't know.
think it
You've
brings me
got
down to 2.
as much
Yeah.
colorless as you want. Though.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, cast Cold Oath of Forge Master, and then pass the turn to myself.
I guess. Do we discard our hands at the end of this one?
Yes, so I'm discarding Power Artifact.
Emrakul has protection from colored spells,
Yes.
right? I am going to take a damage off this City of Brass to cast the fire half of Fire Ice on your face.
Yep.
And then I'm discarding 4 lands and an Umazawa's cheat.
Okay. So I'll untap for my turn. Draw a card. Move to combat. 15. Trigger Annihilator.
I will sacrifice all 6 of my permanents and go to 2.
Okay. Then I'm going to sacrifice my Talisman of Unity. I guess I should activate it. Hang on. I'm going to...
You just go get Mindslaver.
Yeah,
right?
basically. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you like somehow take a damage this turn and I rip a mountain, I can lightning bolt you, but not if you just go get Mindslaver. That's a good point. Okay, I died.
Game 2, 12:35.
That was a heck of a turn. 2 wheels.
Yeah.
Really got there. Who knew drawing 7 new cards was good in Magic the Gathering?
Yeah. When you have the ability to make 1 million mana. Why would I attack with the Cold Oath of Forge Master? I've got Paradox Engine, so...
I would have just died.
With oh yeah, true. Do I think that Memory Jar is worth running in Urza? I really like Memory Jar a lot. I played it in my Nin deck, which was kind of Urza before Urza was Urza. So yes, I would say so. Memory Jar is a great card. I like Memory Jar because it can be disruptive. It can be a wheel not on your turn. So if somebody like casts Flash and they don't see that you have Memory Jar out, like they can't cast Flash because you can Memory Jar in response to the Flash. Or like in one of our episodes, I killed Elliot with it when he cast Doomsday and didn't see it on board. Or maybe I think you saw it, but you were hoping that I didn't see it.
Yeah, it was like my only out was you not seeing your own Memory Jar.
Yeah. So yeah, I like Memory Jar a lot.
I even put Stifle in my pile if you like somehow let me draw into it.
Yeah.
Well, not actual Stifle.
I think that Memory Jar is a very versatile card. It's got a lot of interesting applications, and it does cost 5. But you know, if you're not playing Ad Nauseam, then who cares?
Yeah, true.
This is a Snap Mulligan.
I think I'm going to keep this, but maybe it's greedy.
And yeah, late on makes a good point too, right? It allows you to wheel on your turn, but nobody else gets to keep the cards that they wheel into, right?
Yeah, true. I'm gonna mulligan.
The only problem with Memory Jar really is if you're rolling it out like on curve, you probably don't want to tap out on turn 5. Even on like turn 3, it's a little iffy to totally tap out if you're playing a kind of control deck.
Bolus Citadel meme.
I will keep this hand.
Big Pop-O-Mancer, they are both going in, for sure. I don't know what I'm cutting yet. I haven't looked. But Garrison Cat, if nothing else, I'm cutting like literally just Doomed Traveler for Garrison Cat because it's a cat. And Bastion of Remembrance, I believe I'm going to cut Outpost Siege because it's just 1 mana more for a not dies effect, whereas that is a dies effect. So it'll be...
Hey, Bearded Breaker, thanks for the sub.
Taste this stuff.
And welcome. By the way, if anybody hasn't used their Twitch Prime subscription yet for this month, up in the top right, you can support the channel. If you've got Twitch Prime, if you've got Amazon Prime, you've got Twitch Prime, you can subscribe for free. Gives us a couple bucks to help run the show. And then if you do subscribe, either through Amazon Prime or through Twitch Prime or by a paid subscription, you can actually get access to the private portions of our Discord. I guess I have to ship one, right? I have to ship a card. I'm going to ship this one.
Yeah. I'm going to keep this, but I also have to ship one. Alrighty. We're good?
Yep.
I'm going to play a basic forest and cast this Deathrite Shaman.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Draw a card. I'm going to play a Botanical Sanctum and use it to cast a Sensei's Divining Top.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll pass the turn.
On untap. Draw.
Generally don't like using Discord, but there are lots of... Yeah, we actually... One of the private channels on our server is all dedicated to pets. Although Figaro and Acorn have gone back to the shelter. They're going to get adopted out to their forever homes. We were just fostering them. They went back on Monday.
So sad. I'm going to shock myself with this Hallowed Fountain.
Okay.
Nothing suspicious happening here. Move to combat and attack you for 1.
No blocks.
Go ahead, sir.
Nothing suspicious, hey? In my
Nothing suspicious.
In my upkeep, I'm gonna spin the top. I want to spin the top.
I don't know.
I think I do. Okay, I want to draw this card. So I'm going to put them back like that, draw my card for turn.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to play this Great Furnace as my land for turn.
Alrighty.
And I'll pass.
At the end of your turn, I'm going to ice your Great Furnace and draw a card.
Okay.
Cycling. Ha ha ha. Untap. Draw.
Hey, nice to have some content that isn't just Ikoria. Yeah, we have no way of playing Ikoria in paper, so it'll be a while, I think.
Yeah. I'm going to play this Breeding Pool tapped.
Oh, sorry, Elliot, I didn't ask. Do you mind if I smoke in here?
I'm going to attack you for 1.
Yep.
And I will pass.
What am I drinking? I'm drinking this Fresca peach citrus situation, and it's real good.
Must be nice.
Untap. Yeah, attacking with Death Ray. That's its lesser known fourth mode is a creature.
Yeah. Do you know this thing's a creature as well as a mana dork, or as well as a mana producer, as well as a planeswalker?
Let's see. I'm gonna play this Vault of Whispers, and I'll pass the turn.
I need you to like do something.
No.
I'm gonna draw.
I refuse.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty fair. I'm gonna play this Temple Garden tapped, and I'm going to attack you for 1.
Yep.
And I'm gonna pass the turn.
On your end step,
I'm
gonna cast Crop Rotation, sacrificing this Botanical Sanctum.
Sacrificing the Botanical Sanctum. I am going to cast Remand.
In response, I'm going to spin top. So Crop Rotation on the stack. Spin top. Open back like that. Remand is going to resolve.
Oh, I will draw a card.
Okay, and then we'll proceed to my turn.
Draw
a card. Play this Volcanic Island as my land for turn.
Damn it. Oh, wait. You can't cast Crop Rotation off that.
Correct.
Dab.
But I can cast Tinker, sacrificing my Vault of Whispers.
You can, and I am going to cast Force Spike.
Yep. Pass the turn.
I will untap. There we go, team. He did things that we wanted him to do.
The double counterspell I wasn't expecting.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh, we can just toss something out super juicy.
I got literally 3 more where that came from. No spoilers.
Joel's right. Counterspells aren't beaters, and this is supposed to be a lo-fi beaters deck.
True. I'm going to attack you for 1.
Yep, no blocks.
Pass.
On tap.
5-color lo-fi land destruction.
I'm going to spin top in my upkeep.
Yes, sir.
Put them back like this. Draw this card. Play this Yavimaya Coast.
Uh-oh.
And pass the turn.
Yeah, I will untap and draw a card. Ooh, that's a good one, Jimbo. I'm going to cast Hex Drinker.
Yep.
I can only level up as a sorcery, but I am just going to pass the turn.
What do you think, chat? Do we try for it again? In your end step, I'm going to spin top. We put them back like this, and I'm not going to Crop Rotation.
Why not?
But I will draw this card. Then, has Prof approved Jim's deck? Oh yeah. No, this is the Academy version, the big leagues. I'm gonna transmute Teleria West. Get wrecked.
You think I can't do anything about that just because I can't?
Yes, that is exactly what I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do play Stifle Charlotte too. That's the funniest part.
If you stifled me, I might have scooped.
Yeah, I also have Idiot Bird. I could have cycled Idiot Bird. Oh man, I could have flashed in Aven Mind Sensor too. Wow, I actually had so many ways to get you.
True. Although the way it's looking, it might be. Oh no, it's not in my top 4. I'm getting Tolarian Academy and playing it as my land for turn. But now I don't have any artifact lands because I sacrificed them.
Well, you've got a Great Furnace.
Yeah. Yeah. Guess it taps for 2.
Oh, my land only taps for 2.
Ancient Tomb mana. So
Yeah.
this Teleria West is in the graveyard. Telerian Academy is on the battlefield.
It
and
is.
I'll pass the turn.
Okay. I'm going to cycle this miscalculation.
Ooh, okay.
By exiling your Teleria West and tapping this Temple Guard.
Okay.
Draw a card. Come on. I'm going to untap. I'm going to draw.
Yeah, Charlotte's right. Back in time. Remix.
I'm going to play this Tropical Island. I am going to tap some things, probably. You have more lands in your yard still, right?
Yeah, I've got a Vault of Whisperers and a Botanical Sanctum.
Right. Okay. I am going to pay with Forest, Temple Garden, Breeding Pool to level up Hexdrinker to 3.
Okay.
That will make it a 4/4 with protection from instants.
Yep.
I will go to combat.
Yep.
I will attack you for 4.
No blocks.
Please take 4. And I will pass the turn.
Okay. End step, I'm going to spin top.
That makes sense.
With 1 blue floating.
Wow, strictly better Ancient Tomb.
Yep.
Doesn't take 2 life and makes blue mana.
With
I
my
actually can't believe it.
with my 1 blue floating, I'm going to spin top.
I hate you.
And put them back the same way they were. Then I'll untap.
I hate you.
I'll draw a card.
Wow, you should play Hexdrinker in this deck. You could level it up with Telerian Academy.
Yeah, I'm like pretty into it.
I actually love this stupid snake.
Yeah, it's really good. Kind of mad. At least got 2 blue up. He cycled the miscalculation.
Forgot to upkeep spin. No, I don't think he did.
I mean, I definitely did not do that. He's Raceland is correct about that. Main phase spin. Yep, that's the money right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What are we doing if we're not going for it, chat?
Uh-oh.
You think he's got a counterspell? Chat? What do we think?
I mean, I told you I had literally 3 and then cycled this miscalculation.
Well, you said you had 2 more.
Maybe. I might have said something like that.
I'm going to cast...
I don't remember.
Pour Over the Pages.
What the hell is that?
It's draw 3 cards, untap 2 lands, discard a card.
Untap 2 lands.
Yep.
Draw cards. Okay, I'll mana leak that.
Yeah. You got a mana leak. I'll pass the turn.
At the end of your turn, I will exile your vault
Botanical
or your sanctum, doesn't matter, for a blue to cast this opt.
You got an opt?
Scry 1. Come on. I'm just trying to get a black source so that I can activate this Deathrite Shaman for damage. I'm going to put that on the bottom.
You should cry about that.
I'm going to draw a card. I'm going to untap. And I'm going to draw a card.
Yeah, chat, you ever get your Telerian Academy mana leaked? Yeah. Charlotte's right. Get that opt off of your Hexdrinker.
Okay, so how much? So he's level 3. He needs to be level 8. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't even know if that's like worth it right now. But like, I'm probably not countering anything else you're doing. Tap Shaman for a black Phoenix. So if we go to 6, 7. If we attack for 4, 5. I'm just gonna go to. I'm helping. I'm just gonna go to combat.
Yep.
I am going to attack 4/4.
No blocks.
Yeah, please take 4. I am going to main stain this brain stain. To draw 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I did it. I'm the greatest magician that's ever lived. I'm going to put these 2 back. I'm going to play this Marsh Flats. And I'll just pass the turn.
Okay. I'll untap. Do we want to upkeep top? I think I can't upkeep top as bad as it is. Okay, I'm going to draw a card. Oh, I'm a genius. I forgot I put that there.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to play this Gemstone Cavern.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to tap 6 to cast a Time Spiral.
I have a response.
Yep.
As you may have guessed. I'm going to flash in this Snapcaster Mage.
Yep. What are you targeting?
I will target just Mana Leak.
Okay.
I will cast Mana Leak.
You got a Mana Leak. And I think that's it for me.
I think so as well, because I
That's-
fetch for a Black Source, ping you for 2, and then attack for 4.
You've got lethal
5,
on board
6.
even if you don't ping me for 2, don't you? You just level up the Hex Drinker?
Oh yeah, I can just level it up, yeah. Sure.
Yeah. Yep, that's a shame. Wheel of Fortune, Paradoxical Outcome, Crop Rotation were my last 3 cards in hand.
Yeesh.
Those tempo plays were fucking brutal. Ask me what it's like.
I definitely had it all that game.
Ask me what it's like to have your spells that cause you to sacrifice permanents countered.
Oh yeah,
Just
the remand felt real nice. I'm not gonna lie.
The damage lethal are being leaked twice. Oh, I was dead long before this first Mana Leak resolved, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that
Well,
that was a hand of
let's
cards.
see if we can jam a quick game 3.
Yeah, I'm in.
Okay. Yeah, thanks for the follow, Mohuba.
I've got nowhere to be, so it's up to you if you want to get this 3rd game.
I do, but I've got places I would like to be.
Yes, true. We will do the fast then. Yeah.
Trilemma, I think that's covered in the release notes for Mutate. And failing that, I think, hey, Casually Competitive, how's it going? Yeah, the other thing that you might want to look at is Pleasant Kenobi did a video all about Mutate. That is very helpful. I don't know if he covers it in that, but it's a very good video.
Can confirm. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, this hand is so close.
Snap Maul.
But yeah, I think I also have to Maul.
I think one thing that Canadian Highlander is teaching me to do is mulligan more. Because I feel like there are fewer good opening hands in these decks. Probably because they're fairer.
Yeah.
Like, I don't remember the last time I mulled to 4 in a game of EDH.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, in EDH, I find myself mulliganing like very infrequently.
Yeah.
It's like, it makes you worse at other forms of Magic, I think.
Yeah.
In that sense.
A lot of it's more forgiving, right? If you've got like a suspect opening hand, I think in EDH it's a lot more forgiving because people's attentions are divided.
Exactly.
Okay, this is my 6. I'm taking the play, by the way.
This is my 6 as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think I have to keep this one.
I think I also have to keep this one, although I'm not thrilled about it.
I'm gonna put this on the bottom.
Is this half decent if I have to ship a card? Yeah. Ship that one.
Alrighty.
Okay. So let's get started. I'm gonna play this
Let's go back to 20 life, I
Oh
suppose.
yeah, that's clean. I'm playing a Botanical Sanctum as my land for turn,
Hmm.
and I'll pass.
I will draw. I will play a Wooded Foothills and pass the turn.
Okay. Record. Play Gemstone Caverns and tap them for a Talisman of Dominance, and pass the turn.
I will fetch for a Volcanic Island and cast this Thought Scour.
Okay, targeting.
Me.
Okay, just making sure.
Me. I don't know what's happening.
Oops. Oops.
What are you doing? You cheating over there?
Oh,
I
just got
made
people.
me go away.
Yeah, I know. I just have people messaging me on Discord right now.
We'll tell them to go away.
One of
We're
them
busy.
is Jeremy Knoll.
We'll tell Jeremy Knoll to fuck off. This
No.
this seems simple.
Nobody clip that. Please and thank you. This is Canadian Highlander. How's it going? We got Mons in chat, CEDH TV.
Oh, I'm gonna mill Hooting Mandel's Bloodstained Mire.
I'm happy about that.
And then draw a card for my turn. I'm going to play this Windswept Heath and pass the turn.
Okay.
Stupid Hooting Mandrels. Not supposed to end up in the graveyard off of my spells that fuel Delve.
I'm going to tap 3 and cast this Frantic Search.
You got a search that you may have frantically doing.
Okay. I'm going to draw 2. I'm going to discard this Assault Monolith and this Whir of Invention? No. We're going to go with Reap and Sow.
Ooh.
And then I'll untap my lands.
You may.
I'll play a City of Traders as my land for turn.
Ooh, you may also do that.
Then I'm going to tap 4 to cast a Colony Gem. Trigger Colony Gem if it resolves.
I think I'm just gonna do this on it. It seems weak to wait on this, so I'm gonna fetch with my Windswept Heath. I'm gonna find a Savannah, and I'm going to evasive action counter target spell unless you pay 4 because I have domain to 4.
And then I'll pass the turn.
I need a.
Does Academy want the new Simic Legendary? I assume you mean the Dork one, and probably not, because I think this deck only runs 1 creature. Oh, I guess does it trigger off all non-land stuff, or is it just creatures?
Oh yeah, yeah, it does rocks too.
That is maybe really good. So yes, I'm not a Canadian Highlander brewer, but I am confident enough in that.
Yeah, it's kind of dumb. I think that card. Kind of big good, perhaps. And on tap, I'm going to draw for my turn. Okay, I'm going to play an Overgrown Tomb tapped and pass the turn.
Okay, I'll untap. Draw a card. I'm going to cast a Sensei's Divining Top.
You got one.
And I'll pass the turn.
At the end of your turn, I'm going to cast the Ice Half of Fire Ice to try to tap your City of Traders.
I'm going to respond by Spinning Top. This one.
Yeah, big facts. Bearded Breaker, the Canadian Highlander database tapped out account, is a very good decklist database for
I think
Canadian Highlander.
we have a command for that, don't we?
We might. I know we have a Highlander Discord command.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass the turn, or I guess yeah, pass priority on the ice.
Yeah, so it I draw a card.
Oh no, we have the Discord one, but yeah, there we go.
And I draw a card. I'm going to play this Steam Vents tapped and pass the turn.
Okay. Untap. Draw a card. Cast this Grim Monolith. And pass the turn.
End of your turn. I will tap a red and a white to have this Boros Charm deal 4 to your mouth.
Yep, no blocks. By the way, we just added the command Highlander DB. If you ever want to check the Highlander database, you can type that in chat and it'll pull up the link. Thank you to Asteritz for the link.
I will draw for my turn. I will play the Stomping Ground tapped, and I will pass my turn.
On your end step, I'm going to spin top.
Mm-hmm.
Put them back like that. Untap. Draw a card. Two, 3, 4, 5. Cast Cold Oath of Forge Master.
Oh, yep.
And I'll pass the turn.
I will untap.
I don't have time for a name, but thank you for taking the time to follow. Appreciate that.
I will draw. I will tap his Steam Vents to cast Serum Visions.
Yep.
I will draw a card. I will scry 2. I will put both of these on the bottom. I will play this Underground Sea. I will tap it and main phase this Opt.
Yep.
I will scry 1. I will put that on the bottom. And I will draw a card. My goodness. I will pass the turn.
Yep. Untap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to spin top in my upkeep.
Mm-hmm.
Come back like that. Draw a card for my turn. Play a land. That land's name is Yavamayakos.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I guess that triggers City of Traders, and I'll hold priority on it and pay and float 2.
Yeah.
Colorless, a blue, and a colorless to cast Memory Jar.
Yep.
And want to sacrifice 3 artifacts, or do I want to wait? I'm going to pass the turn.
Alrighty, I will untap. I will draw. Great. I will play this Scrubland and pass the turn.
Yep. I'm going to untap. Probably should have activated there, but I'm going to top in my upkeep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to activate Memory Jar.
Okay.
So putting my hand aside, I have one card that I'm putting aside.
Oh, yeah. Okay, wait, sorry, I lied. No, I didn't. I don't. Yeah, that's fine. I'm
Okay.
putting aside 4 and drawing 7.
Okay. I'm going to play Mishra's Workshop as my land for turn.
Yep.
I'm going to tap it for 3 artifact mana. Tap the Avamaya Coast for an additional colorless and cast Sisay's Ring.
Yep.
Then I'm going to tap Sisay's Ring and the Grim Monolith to cast Paradox Engine.
How much do you have floating?
I have none floating and 2 available in combinations of green, blue, and black.
Okay. I will attempt to miscalculation your paradox engine.
Hmm. Yeah, I think that's fine.
Ooh, interesting. Okay.
I'm going to cast a Preordain.
Yeah, no effects.
Try 2. Yeah, I could have called output for more mana, but I'm gonna bottom both of these. Draw a card. Okay, I'm going to end my turn and discard 4 cards: Academy Ruins, Breeding Pool, Seat of the Synod, and Polluted Delta.
I'm discarding a land. Stubborn Denial, Dramoka's Command, Sword of Fire and Ice, Deeproot Champion, Leovold, Emissary of Trust.
Yeah, see, that's what I was worried about there, is that he had more counter magic, and that I was just going to sack my stuff to pay for it, and he was going to counter it again, because he had a full grip. Anyway, proceed with your turn.
How does it work in terms of now I have, like, do I get my 4-card hand back and have time to take actions?
Memory Jar is, let's see, at the end of turn. This is at the beginning of my end step. So you have a delayed trigger, discard your hand. Yeah, so we're in my end step right now.
Okay, and I get my 4 cards.
Yeah, I'm passing priority.
Okay, I'm going to flash in this Snapcaster Mage.
Okay.
What am I targeting? I'm just going to target...
Now that's a beater. Now that's pod racing.
I'm going to target Fire Ice and attempt to ice Koldotha Forge Master.
Okay, I'm going to respond by activating it. I'm going to sacrifice Sisay's Ring, Grim Monolith, and Talisman of Dominance.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's a Blightsteel.
Okay, and I'll pass priority on Fire and Ice. Or Ice.
Okay. Yeah, I will draw a card for Ice. Alrighty, I will untap. And I will draw a card for my turn. Oh, Fireface is exiled. Draw a card.
Hackin' chonk.
I'll play this forest.
I think I played 2 lands. When?
I don't know.
I definitely spun top to get the Mishra's Workshop, because I remember putting it on top. And I don't think I played a land off of my memory jar hand. I discarded 4.
I am going to pass the turn.
Okay. I'll untap. I'm going to spin top in my upkeep.
Mm-hmm.
This is a really interesting game for this deck, I think. Guess I'll put them back like that. Draw a card as my land. There's my card for turn. Move to combat.
Uh-huh.
Back with Blightsteel.
I will declare a block
Mhm.
with Snapcaster Mage and cast Blossoming Defense to give my Snapcaster Mage +2/+2.
Yep.
Great. I will take 8 Infect.
Yes.
Cool. I have 8 Infect.
Okay, I'll pass the turn. Post Cracked City of Traders. That was the turn before, I think.
I will untap.
Sack an attacking creature? Why am I sacking an attacking creature? Continue, but
I will draw. I will cast Preordain.
yep.
Scry 2. Put both of those on the bottom.
Awesome
and
defense.
Draw a card.
Being used to prevent infect lethal for the first time ever.
Yeah, I am dead.
Okay.
I have a Quirion Dryad, a Berserk, a Spell Snare, and a Mental Misstep.
Got a tink. Oh, you could have berserked my Blightsteel, no? Oh, but it wouldn't have mattered because you still took the
Yeah, and
damage.
died.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, I had Whir and Tinker in my hand. But I don't think there were
I
any
went
Whir
through
or Tinker targets.
like I went through so much of my deck and didn't see anything good.
Yeah, that's weird.
I went through this much of the deck, and like I didn't find swords or path or vapor snag even.
So the question is, who do we
a
raid?
single beater.
There are like 1 million people online right now.
Simic Charm.
Let's see. We could raid Autumn Burchett. We could raid Lady Lavinia's, Jamie Topples. How about Lady Lavinia's? We haven't raided her in a while.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, cool. Yes. Okay. So thank you all for joining us for Lunchlander today. It's been awesome. Meebo's live. Is she Mythic Meebo or Arctic Meebo? Mythic Meebo. Mythic underscore Meebo. Lady Lavinia's has fewer people in chat, so I think we're gonna raid her. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to raid. If you've never joined us for a raid before, we like to spread some positivity in the Magic world by showing up in Lady Lavinia's chat and saying something nice to or about her stream, about the deck that she's playing, whatever you like. Just be nice, be awesome. Positivity is coming. That's right. So we're going to do this, but yes, thank you all for joining us, all 65 of you in chat. We really appreciate it, and we will catch you later on tonight. We're going to be streaming some EDH tonight around probably 4 o'clock. Maybe a little bit earlier, but that's what we're shooting for. We're talking to Chase from Mana Curves, as well as Sam from the Sarah's Angels, and probably me and Elliot. We're going to jam a couple casual games, maybe some competitive stuff after that, but we'll find out. So thank you all for joining us, and we'll catch you later.
Thanks for coming.
Okay, raid on.